Cooking with G, we're doing chicken breast, butterflied over some mashed potatoes. Right down the middle on the thin end, and then we're gonna stop when we get to the big end, and that's how you butterfly them. Don't fly away, little butterflies. We're gonna tenderize it with one of these. You could use one of those little hammers or whatever. I assume everybody knows how to make mashed potatoes, so I won't bore you with that. Look, guys, I clipped a piece of rosemary. Look at the little baby roots, guys. I'm gonna attempt to save a plant for next year. All right, once they're tenderized, we're gonna salt and pepper, garlic powder, and paprika on both sides of those. Now I'm gonna go pick some fresh herbs. Look at all the jalapenos, guys. That's nice. Anyways, we're gonna lean heavily on the rosemary, thyme, and parsley. And these flowers are edible, guys. They taste good too. We're also gonna put some of that fresh basil in there. Now that we got the chicken breasts spiced up, we're gonna wash the cutting board with some hot soap and water. After much deliberation, this is what I settled on for the herbs. We got garlic, basil, rosemary, thyme, parsley, and sage. Now we're gonna save a little of the parsley to make it look pretty at the end, to garnish it with that. And we're gonna get this chopped up, guys. Okay. All right, we got the herbs all chopped up here. Uh-oh, spilled some. All right, we got a good splash of avocado oil and a full stick of butter, guys. All right, reason we used avocado oil instead of olive oil, it's got a higher burn content. That way it's gonna prevent the butter from burning. We're gonna put those chicken breasts in here very, very shortly, and then we're gonna introduce the herbs after both sides of the chicken is seared. That way the herbs don't burn. Perfect little fit. We're gonna make gravy out of this afterwards, guys. That's why I have so much butter. All right, when I say flip, you flip. Now we're gonna add the herbs. All right, when it feels somewhat soft, firm, they're done. We're gonna, if they're not cooked, we're gonna wrap these in foil and hold them there, and then it'll finish cooking in there if they're not done. All right, we're gonna hold these in the foil, and now we're gonna add some chicken broth to this. All right, now some flour. Please don't spill so I get in trouble. All right. Gonna add a splash of Worcestershire. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of butterflied chicken breast.